Now at 6, former Noble Health employees share their concerns with the company's possible plans to start up a hospital in Bourbon County, Kansas. Plus, Pittsburgh police arrest a man accused of shooting at 2 people over the weekend. And a prosecutor refiles charges against 3 men for their roles in the deadly sinking of duck boats on Table Rock Lake.
The 4 states' most watched news starts now.
We're learning more about the company considering taking over an old hospital in Fort Scott and concerns of some former company employees. This is KOAM News at 6. Noble Health, a Kansas City-based healthcare company, is looking to come to southeast Kansas despite recently ceasing all operations at its 2 hospitals in Missouri. KOAM's Bronte Suratsky joins us with more.
After our story of Noble officials presenting key findings of their feasibility study, Noble employees in Missouri reached out to us, voicing concern about Noble potentially coming to Bourbon County. We spoke with county officials as well as former employees who wish to stay anonymous.
We started to notice that supplies weren't coming in. It took months for us to actually get some.
An employee from the Audrain Community Hospital in Mexico, Missouri, remembers when she noticed issues with her employer, Noble Health Corporation.
No one has been paid since our last pay period.
Noble Health has suspended all operations in Mexico and Fulton, Missouri. Now they're looking to take over the old Mercy Hospital building in Fort Scott. First, they're conducting a feasibility study.
We will end up with a feasibility study that's more robust than we've ever had. If we can hopefully add services to that building, I mean that would be our goal. Is to add services and to have a very small hospital of some kind.
But Commissioner Clifton Beth says the building still belongs to the county.
The county owns the building, and the county is still, nothing has been transferred to Noble Health or any other entity. Bourbon County is still owner of that building, and so so Noble doesn't have ownership of that building. So there shouldn't be a concern there. And I know there is, because I've had people say, well, we didn't give the building to Noble Health.
Beth says the original plan was to give the hospital to Noble.
So Noble Health turned it down. So in my eyes, that's a good thing. They did the right thing. They said, apparently we have some trouble and we're not going to add you to it.
So the county is awaiting the results of the study.
We have no intention of transferring that building at this point to anybody until we see that feasibility study.
Another former employee says she worries what happened in Missouri could happen in Kansas.
We're all looking for other jobs because we don't have a date to come back. And even if we did have a date to come back, most employees would be very leery about going back because you don't know what you're going back to. And we still haven't been paid. And then to see it on social media that they are trying to reopen a hospital in Bourbon County that's been closed for 2 years. And I saw Tom Bouger do a presentation. It's despicable.
We tried to find more information on Noble Health, but their website has been down the past few days. I also reached out to Noble's publicist, Nancy Mays, with a series of questions to understand what happened to employees in Missouri, why their website was down, and how Noble will prevent what happened in Missouri from happening in Kansas, should their hospital open here. The only new information she shared is that their feasibility study will be completed in May. I'm Bronte Suratsky for KOAM News.
Wow, we'll look for updates. Bronte, thanks. Doug Hetty joins us with a first look at the weather.
Well, we had the showers. We had the thunderstorms last night. These storms racing off toward the east, so we look pretty good as we go through the evening hours. Now, we are going to have to fight the cold, upper 40s to near 50 degrees right now, and it's still kind of windy out there. It's not near as bad as what we have seen, at least over the past couple days. Still northwesterly wind at about 15 to 20 to 25. These are going to die down a bit for us tonight. Slide back through the 50s, 40s, 30s, mid-30s, low to mid-30s. For overnight lows. That means a frost. Unfortunately, we're going to get a frost. We'll look at our next chance for rain here in just a bit.
See you then. Pittsburgh police have arrested a suspect who they say shot at 2 people. Authorities say on Sunday, 41-year-old Elijah Shedd was following the 2 victims on a motorcycle before pulling around them at the intersection of Jefferson and Elm. There, he allegedly fired 3 rounds at them before driving off. The victims drove to the area of George Nettles Elementary and called police. Officers found Shedd yesterday and arrested him. He bonded out, but the arrest violated his parole from a previous conviction, so he was arrested again today. Pittsburgh police also arrested a woman wanted on multiple felony warrants in 2 counties. We told you last week about Belinda Sue Cameron. She was wanted in Crawford and Bourbon counties for several charges, including aggravated endangering a child, aggravated robbery, and aggravated battery. Authorities today say tips from local residents led to her arrest at a home in the 300 block of West Forest in Pittsburgh. The Stone County, Missouri prosecutor refiled charges against 3 employees of the former Ride the Ducks company in Branson. A judge last week dismissed criminal charges against 3 men, Kenneth McKee, Curtis Lanham, and Charles Botzel, who were being prosecuted after an accident involving duck boats on Table Rock Lake killed 17 people in 2018. McKee now faces 17 involuntary manslaughter charges and 12 endangering the welfare of a child, death of a child charges. Lanham and Botzel each face 17 involuntary manslaughter charges. The Allen County, Kansas airport is going to be able to make some improvements because of a state grant. The Kansas Department of Commerce is giving the airport nearly $3 million. The funds will be used to increase the capacity of utilities at the airport, including water, electric, broadband internet, and roads. Officials say they hope to improve the airport and add an industrial park surrounding it. The county will provide a 25% match for the grant, totaling around $725,000. Kansas Governor Laura Kelly has vetoed a bill that would prevent cities and counties from banning, limiting, or even taxing plastic bags, straws, and food containers. Kelly rejected the measure after previously saying she was a major local control advocate. The Senate approved the measure first in February, but its initial version did not explicitly cover plastic straws. The House made sure it did before passing the measure. The measure was backed by groups representing small business owners, restaurant operators, and plastic bag manufacturers. Coming up, construction students at Pitt State got a hands-on look at some of the equipment they might use in their career. Plus, some local middle and high school students make a donation to the Ronald McDonald House. Some Pitt State students got a hands-on look at some of the equipment they'll be operating in the future. Pitt State hosted its annual Construction Expo for the first time in 2 years. Local construction and appliance businesses set up stations and booths, giving students the opportunity to get experience running machines, using tools, and networking. More than 100 students attended.
Just get to see the reality of what's happening because these companies are dealing with this every day. And so they're telling the students, this is the stuff we use on a daily basis. It's just not artificial, something your educators are telling you, but it's something that's real. And so we want you guys to get out here and experience what the real world is like.
The expo was open to not just Pitt State students, but junior college and high school students as well. Some local students helped out at a local nonprofit. The Cherryvale, Kansas Middle and High School Student Councils traveled to Joplin to visit the Ronald McDonald House. While they were there, they donated aluminum pop tabs collected by students and learned about the charity's mission.
I hope they take away a sense of belongingness and just knowing that they can reach out and help others.
Students say they chose to work with the Ronald McDonald House when they learned that the charity has helped several families in need from Cherryvale. George Washington Carver National Monument Park near Diamond, Missouri is participating in the National Wellness Challenge. Visitors are invited to participate in mental, learning, or physical wellness activities. The Wellness Challenge kicks off next week during National Park Week. The park encourages you to bring a friend or pet to share these activities.
I want to make sure and let everyone know that this Wellness Challenge is through the National Park Service Healthy Parks, Healthy People initiative, And we understand that there are unique opportunities within our national parks to just support good health.
Park has provided a National Service Wellness Challenge guide. You can find a link on our website. That's KOAMnewsnow.com. A little bit later, we're going to hear from a Pitt State safety about recovering from an ACL injury and returning for his final season.
Plus, cold temperatures roll in for us tonight. When are we going to warm up? We'll look at that coming up. Well, of course, we had scattered showers and thunderstorms late last night into the morning hours, and then the colder air rushed in. Some areas had some really heavy amounts of rain in our southern counties. At the airport, only about 1/4 of an inch. We sit at about 4 inches for the month, over 10.5 for the year. So we're doing pretty good. We're over 1.5 inches above where we should be for this time of the year, which we always want. We want to stay on the high end through the spring, soaring into the summer months, because that's when we start to dry out just a little bit. Nice shot, Lander Chevrolet. Look at this, clear skies. I-44, it's dry, looks good. Everybody moving pretty good across the region, and it looks like we're going to have at least calm conditions through the evening hours. It's going to be chilly, upper 40s to lower 50s. Right now, case in point, 49 in Nevada, 53 in Anderson, Miami, 54, Pittsburgh, 49, Neodesha a little bit better at about 55 degrees. Still a little breezy. We got these northerly winds, 10 upwards to 20 miles per hour, and gusts have been a little bit higher, kind of in that 20 to 25, upwards to 30 mile per hour range throughout the afternoon. The winds are going to start to die down over the next several hours, so we'll have clear skies tonight. The winds diminishing. Looks great. 7th and range line. It's just chilly. It's 49. Westerly winds at 20. Dew point at 36. Humidity 61%. Through the evening hours, slide back through the 40s, 30s, hovering right above freezing. So we are going to get a pretty good frost across the region for us later on tonight. So watch out for that. All right, this storm system out of here. We had a band of storms kind of dying as they rolled in last night and then flared up right on top of us. Big heavy line in our southern counties. Had some low-grade severe thunderstorms during the morning hours. Not much going on now. We have clear skies. It looks pretty good as we go through the evening hours. All these storms now passing the Mississippi River. Severe weather heading away from us. Let's go west. We do have some weak waves which are going to play havoc with us a little bit as we head into Friday, Saturday, also on Easter Sunday. Let's go hour by hour. For us tonight, cold, mid-30s, frosty, clear skies. Plenty of sunshine for us on Thursday. We do warm up, mid-60s during the afternoon, which is pretty good. We'll start at 35, 58 by noon. High temp, 64, southerly winds. So they're going to be light, may get a hair breezy during the afternoon. Tomorrow night, we drop back only into the upper 40s to near 50, but we do get some clouds in here. Then mid to late morning on Friday, we're going to get some scattered showers and thunderstorms. Some of these guys may be a little bit stronger, not expecting anything severe, but kind of hit-miss showers and thunderstorms throughout the day on Friday. Temperature is pretty good, right around 70 degrees. Still some showers, some thunderstorms lasting into Friday evening, Friday night, and then on Saturday morning, we may have a few morning showers, and then it looks like Saturday is shaping up pretty good. But the system kind of lifts back toward the north as we head into Easter Sunday. So scattered showers on Sunday morning hopefully won't be too widespread and won't cause too many issues for Easter Sunday, but they'll be out there. 64 tomorrow, 70 on Friday, 61s Saturday, Sunday, Monday. Thunderstorms again, strong to severe, late Tuesday and Wednesday.
So after we get past this frost tonight into the morning,
We
done
may
for
have
the
one
season.
more.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Thanks, Doug, I guess. Thanks. Hey, don't forget you can be the first to know about the day's weather with the KOAM Skywatch weather app. You can get severe weather updates sent straight to your phone, and it doesn't cost a dime. It's available in the Apple App Store and the Google Play Store. It's the KOAM Skywatch weather app. Still ahead, new head coaches for a pair of local high school basketball and football programs, and a Pitt State All-American returns from injury for his 6th and final season with the Gorillas. Jacob Leonard has that and more next.
Pittsburgh High School names a new girls basketball head coach today. Former Pittsburgh State men's assistant coach Chris Pope will take over as the leader of the program next season. Pope spent the last 2 seasons at Pitt State as an assistant under head coach Kim Anderson. And before that, he was the head coach at Missouri State West Plains for 4 years and spent 5 years at Arkansas Fort Smith. He's been in the college game since 2004, so going back to high school will be a little change for Coach Pope.
Game in a lot of different ways and a lot of different levels, and it's what makes coaching great is the same thing at any level. It's the relationships, it's the people. That the X's and O's and some of those things you adjust. Some of the ways that maybe you approach some specific things would be a little bit different. But overall, coaching is coaching, and I'm excited about this opportunity.
More Southeast Kansas coaching news. Independence High School has a new head football coach. The school has named Cherryville's Robert Henderson to be the program's new leader. Henderson heads to Independence after 1 season as the head coach in Cherryville. Chargers were 3-6 in that 1 year. Henderson replaces John Black in Indy, who moved on to Casey Piper after 3 years with the Bulldogs.
As a coach and a competitor, going to a bigger school, being around better athletes, more athletes is a big attractor for me. That's the biggest thing, is just making sure they know that I'm a high energy guy, that I'm all about them, and I want everybody, coaching staff, players, to succeed in whatever their role is, and just finding ways for them to do that. And so communicating that early, I think, is really important.
Pittsburgh State safety Morgan Salamea is on his way back from injury to play his final season with the Gorillas. Salamea suffered a torn ACL in the team's home opener last fall, missing the team's last 9 games. Now, he's still limited in spring practice right now, but he does expect to be ready to go for Game 1 this fall. Salamea is a 3-time All-MIAA selection, was an All-American for the Gorillas in 2018. Now, here he is on working his way back for his 6th and final season at PSU.
It has definitely been hard. I'm about to pass through month 7, so I'm just honestly just thankful. I went through like the ups and downs of the whole thing, but I think my team had my back and they always brought me up, and just staying connected to them really just brought me, wanted me to come back. It's not a hard choice at all.
Finally, the Royals and Cardinals were supposed to finish up their 2-game set tonight, but weather got in the way. Today's game has been postponed. They'll make it up on May 2nd in St. Louis before the 2 teams head to Kansas City the next day for 2 more at Kauffman Stadium. And that's it for sports. We're back with more news after this.
Take time now to honor a local veteran. Dennis Hendricks served in the U.S. Army from 1973 to 1976. The Webb City, Missouri native was stationed in Germany, and we salute Sergeant Dennis Hendricks, a 4-state hero. Here's a look at what's coming up on KOAM News at 9 on Fox 14. Police arrest a suspect in yesterday's violent New York City subway attack. Also, reaction to Oklahoma's new law banning nearly all abortions. And the world's oldest gorilla celebrates her birthday today. That and a lot more tonight on KOAM News at 9 on Fox 14. You don't want to hear it, but it's a fact. There's a good chance of a frost again tonight.
Yeah, it's going to get kind of cold. We're going to drop back low to mid-30s. We are going to have very frosty conditions if you are getting up early. So that means plants in the middle of April, you want to cover them up or bring them inside if they can't take the cold. Some of them are a little wimpy. 64 tomorrow, 70 on Friday, some scattered thunderstorms.
Final sports notes.
AFC West football news. The Raiders are extending Derek Carr for 3 years. He'll be with the Raiders through 2025.
Okay.
Wow. AFC West is loaded up. We're ready to go. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you right back here at 10. Let's make it a great evening.